7:30 p.m. tonight. I have to hurry up. So yeah, go to the gym really quick. I'm meeting some friends at 9 for some dinner. And I don't know, maybe a little dancing, I'm not sure. But I am going to dinner because it'll be the first time that I go out and eat dinner on my diet. So it's gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna get. It's gotta be chicken, you know? Chicken or meat. It's gotta be one of the two. So I haven't eaten lunch today. Kind of cooled off and trying to lean up and stuff. Hopefully it works out. I don't know. Anyway, this is a pretty interesting video today. So I got this desperate call earlier tonight, and it was in Arlington, Texas, and it was a property manager. Property manager calls me and she says, "Hey, I have a piece of property out here in Arlington, Texas. Do you mind going to take a look at it? It's right next to a bowling alley, and there is a homeless encampment." So I'm thinking maybe a sleeping bag, a few more other things. Hey buddy. And I'm thinking maybe it's just like a sleeping bag and a small something. I'm just thinking it's something small, right? So I show up to this estimate today. I had 2 jobs on the schedule. I had some mattresses on the side of a dumpster I charged $175, and then I went and did another job for $100. So it was no money. There was like no money today, right? Do you ever stop? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I might stop pretty soon, Brandon. So I'm out here. Stop the videos or stop walking? Which one? Brandon, which one? Stop the videos or stop talking? I mean, working out? Like, do I stop working out or do I stop talking? Which one? I'm waiting for you to tell me, brother. Okay? Do you ever stop working out or do you ever stop talking? I'm not sure. Do you sleep? Yeah, I do sleep, believe it or not. I want to live my life so much open more, man. You know, I saw the chance and the ability to do it recently. So, and I'll call you later, Brandon. I'll talk to you about it. Anyway, so I go over, I finish these 2 jobs and I'm gonna head right over to my headquarters in Fort Worth. I'm gonna work on my headquarters in Fort Worth. I did some work there today. I actually did some good work. I felt like I did something. I want to show y'all. I really honestly want to show y'all what I did today. So my sister, Maribel, she's the designer of the haunted house. She actually designed every room of the haunted house. She made me do the blueprints for the haunted house today. So I had to architecturally, quote, my way, do the blueprints for the haunted house, how every room's going to be shaped and formed and stuff. And we have everything ready. So anyway, I had to go do that, and I spent 3 hours there just drawing up. I was by myself. I set up a little fan next to me because, you know, there's no air conditioning in that building anyway. So, and plus October, it's not hot. It's cool. So anyway, I did the plans inside the building today. I completed them. There is 4 huge rooms in that haunted house. I completed 3 of them on blueprints today. We take this stuff very serious. So anyway, I got a phone call from the lady. She said, "Could you come out to my property in Arlington, Texas? It's right next to a bowling alley and there's a homeless encampment." So I'm thinking maybe a small homeless encampment, not a lot of stuff. I show up to this thing, and let me tell y'all guys, look at my TikTok video, my last TikTok video, or look at my Facebook page, or look at my YouTube video. This place is a complete dump hole. Holy cow. I am talking about this place was a complete mess. These people had made a tent area and had put stuff on the bottom, had put stuff on top. They went all out. They did, oh my gosh, I'm gonna tell you something. They went all out. They did an upstairs and a downstairs. They made a loft there. They had a kitchen. They had a dining room area. They had an outside barbecue place. I mean, the homeless people went all out on this property. So I get over there and I'm calling the lady. I said, "Ma'am, you know, this place is gonna be $3,500. So dude, you know, and that's what I'm gonna charge you for the clean out." And she's like, okay. Well, I get up and I'm leaving. And when I'm leaving, and I'm thinking of this is the whole time I'm thinking of this. Okay, if I get this job at $3,500, I'm gonna hire 2 companies. I'm gonna hire and pay them both companies $500. So that'll subtract $1,000. So instead of $2,500, I'm gonna walk out with $1,500 and not, I mean, instead of $3,500, right? I'm gonna take away $1,000 and I'll make $2,500 and I'll be happy. I'll be satisfied and I'll be happy. So I was just gonna contract the job to somebody else. Let me tell you what happened. While I'm leaving, another junk removal company comes and he shows up. On Point Junk Removal out of Arlington, Texas. His name was Eric, the owner. Really cool kid. Really cool. I think he was like 24, 25 years old. He shows up and I tell him, hey, dude. And he goes, Ricardo, Junk Guys? And I said, yeah, that's me. He goes, man, hey. He said he was starstruck. It was pretty funny. We did a cool little funny video. But he said, I walked up with him and I said, okay, brother, tell me what your bid is. And this is what I'm talking about, is working with people, collaborating with junk removal owners, okay? This is what happened, okay? Eric showed up from On Point Junk Removal. He's gonna do an estimate while I was leaving. While I was leaving, he was gonna do his estimate. So I showed up and I said, Eric, if we're gonna do this, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Tell me what you're gonna price it at. And this is what he said. He looked at it, he goes, oh man. And I said, well, tell me your price. And he goes, $6,500. I said, you think you can do it for $6,500? And he said, yeah. I said, you are way too high, brother. It's not worth it. I mean, it's worth it, but you're not gonna get the job. And I said, I priced it at $3,500. I told him, I was honest with him. I didn't lie to Eric. I said, I priced this homeless encampment at $3,500. You're $3,000 more than me. And he goes, well, man, I mean, the least I can do is $4,000. He said the least he could do $4,000. I said, okay, how about this, Eric? How about this? Why don't you send in your bid for $6,500? Do it right now while I'm here, so we can have proof, so we can have trust, the honor system, right? And he goes, okay, and here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna call the lady and tell her that we saw more trash on the side of the business, because there was more trash on the side of the business. I wasn't conning her. I just didn't see it. So I said, and we're gonna price this homeless encampment at $5,000. And he goes, okay. And I go, I'm gonna do half this job and you're gonna do half this job. You're gonna make $2,500 and I'm gonna make $2,500. I will handle the payment. When they pay, they're gonna pay me and I'm gonna give you $2,500 cash from my pocket. And Eric's like, okay, that's a good deal. We're gonna end up getting this homeless encampment. We're gonna get it. Here's what I did. I knew Eric wanted $4,000 for the whole job, but he never told me what he wanted for the half a job. Because if he could have done the job at $4,000, that means the least for half of the job, he would have took $2,000. So I raised it to $2,500. I'm gonna walk off with $2,500 and Eric's gonna walk off at $2,500 and it's a $5,000 job. The original price of my job, the original price was actually $3,500, and I was gonna pay two companies to complete the job $500 a piece. Does that make sense? I was gonna make $2,500 anyway, and I'm still making $2,500. So that's how I manipulated the price. This company is a real estate company. They don't care, man. They own a lot of shopping centers, or probably $100 million company that have all these properties. So paying a company like us $5,000 to complete a job like that is easily a task for them. It's just an easy task for them. It's not something that's very difficult for them. But that's what it is. It's gonna be $2,500 a piece and it's a $5,000 job. So I was able to boost the job $1,500 more from the $3,500 of the original price. And this is what I did. I called up the lady. I was really cool with her. I called her up. I said, ma'am, this is Ricardo. I know I bid the price at $3,500, but I made a really slight error. I apologize for that. She goes, what's up? And I said, I didn't notice the trash that was behind the building. I told her. When there was a little trash, not much. It wasn't $1,000 worth, $1,500 worth. I said, I have to change my bid to $5,000. Can you send me your email? I'm gonna email a new bid. And she said, yeah, no problem. So she did. She sent over the email. I sent her a new bid at $5,000. That's what I told her. And now we're set at $5,000. While I was there, Eric sends in his bid at $6,500. $500. And now we're gonna share the job. Now, how do I pull that off? Well, one thing that's really important in this whole thing, I'm a YouTuber. I'm an influencer, people trust me. I've worked with other companies on video, so Eric knows that I'm not gonna rip them off. Now that counts for a lot, because there's a lot of people out there that can't do exactly what I just did. There's a lot of people out there that can't attempt to even think of an idea like that on the fly that fast. But while I was there, I was able to think of it. I was able to do it, manipulate the price, and fix it so we can all win, so we can all eat. Now, overall, I'm just gonna try to walk away from that job at $2,000. I'll hire Orson. Orson will come out, he'll fill up his trailer, then I'll have Eric fill up his trailer, and the job should be done. It's not a big deal. Okay, so Jeffrey Landon says, are you going to hire out your half for 500 and keep 2,000? Or do it? That's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing, yes. That's exactly what I'm gonna do, yes. Jeffrey, good job, Jeffrey, you know me already. So my idea is this, okay? I'm gonna show up with my F550, my big truck, okay? Damn it. My sister just emailed me, said the city hasn't reached out to her yet. Damn it. Well, I'm talking to y'all. So Jeffrey asked a great question. How am I going to clean it out and make my 2,500 bucks, okay? By the way, guys, if y'all have any questions of this whole transaction, go ahead, put it in the message, the chat, and I will be gladly to answer the question for you, okay? I just want y'all to know how I did it so y'all can understand the value of this job. So, working with my boy Eric, we're still going to make money no matter what. And Jeffrey asked a good question. If Eric makes $2,500 and Ricardo makes Eric makes 2,500 and Junk Guys makes 2,500, how am I going to do the job? Very simple, okay? When we get the bid for this job, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call up Orson and I'm gonna pay Orson for a full trailer load at $500. Then Orson is gonna go start removing stuff for 500 bucks, load it into his trailer, and I'm gonna pay him cash, okay? Eric is gonna start working there, and I'm gonna pay Eric cash $2,500, okay? Then I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna load all the recycle, all the bicycles, all the tires that you saw in the video. If you saw the video, there was a lot of tires. They stole. It was like a chop shop for bikes. I'm gonna take all the bikes, all the frames, all the rims, all the tires, and I'm gonna load it into my truck. Everything that's recycled, everything that's metal, I'm taking it with me. Okay, I'm taking it with me. Now, I'm gonna go from there to the recycling center, throw it on the floor, make an additional $40 because there's not that much. And I win. I'll make $2,040, have an empty F550. No matter what, I'm gonna have an empty F550 after I'm done with that job. Okay. Now, great thing about Eric is this. If Eric would have bid his lowest price at $4,000, here's what Eric would have to do. He'd have to go hire another person. Him and another guy would do the job, take him 5 to 6 hours to do a job, and take at least 3 or 4 loads out of that place. 3 or 4 loads. He doesn't have to do that, because when I show up, I'm showing up with a 16-foot trailer, a flatbed trailer also, a flatbed truck. You see what I mean? Oh, okay, great question. Who asked that? Jeep does? Why bring in these people? Well, see, my original price was to make 2,500 bucks at this job. Regardless, I was gonna make 2,500 bucks, because making $2,000 after I pay Orson to take the load is good money. $2,000 is really good money, okay? It's about convenience to me. It's about efficiency to me. This job, when I bring in Orson, it's gonna be me, Orson, Maddie, then Eric and his crew. So there's gonna be like 6 guys on it, okay? It's gonna get done a lot quicker than me and Orson just knocking out this job, okay? So let's say I would have priced it at 3,500 bucks. Then I would have to take a load. I would have to go dump it, come back. Orson would have to take a load, probably dump it and come back. And this way we're not gonna have to do it. We just do it one time. We're there for a couple hours, about 2 hours. The job's gonna get completed in 2 hours. He's gonna do his half, I'm gonna do my half. I'm gonna take an empty trailer and I'm gonna leave. It's like me sitting at home, you know what I mean? So Jeep, imagine this. I'm gonna go complete this job, and when I'm done, I'll be sitting. You know what I mean? I'm going home right after this job. Right after the job's done, I walk with $2,000 in my pocket. I made an additional $2,000, and I didn't have to do nothing. I didn't have to do much. And that's what I'm talking about. I never showed up to the landfill. I never showed up to dispose of this crap. I never had to touch the needles and hazardous waste and all the bullshit that's on. I didn't have to do that all. So that's how I win. No matter what, I win in this whole thing. And, well, we all make money. We're all happy. You know what I mean? All right, you said this. Let's see what you say. Oh, okay. Just to get it done, you make it out still okay. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I get the 2,500 pretty much. Yeah, sure. Okay, Jeffrey says, it's how you get by with having no employees and teamwork. Yes. Thanks for the answer. No problem, brother. No problem, If you go back to some of my other videos, there was oh my God, I'm going to tell y'all something, guys. I'm going to tell you the biggest cash cow I've ever hit, okay? And I want you to think about how I did this, okay? I want you to kind of imagine in your head what happened. So I show up to this job in Arlington, Texas. Before what happened, this is kind of funny. This is what happened. I go see this house in Arlington, Texas. A company out of Miami called me, out of Miami. Hey, can you go look at this? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I go up there and I tell him it's a full house. I give him an estimate of $12,000. $12,000. And the guy says, okay, the eviction, I couldn't see inside the house. So I told him, I don't know what it would be. This is what the guy tells me. I said, sir, I went to the house today. I could not look inside the window. He goes, oh man, can you give me an estimate what's going to be? And I said, I think it's going to be 12,000. He goes, hey, is that the best estimate you can do? You can go a little higher. I said, what do you think? He goes, well, I'll get you a proof for 15,000. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm like, what? He's going to get me okay. So he gets me approved for $15,000. And I'm like, okay, I guess so. I've never seen the inside. I mean, this place got to be hugged out, right? It's got to be hugged out. It's got to have something in every single room to be $15,000. So here's what I do. We schedule it for Friday. He calls me and cancels on me. And I said, oh man, that sucks. And he goes, but Ricardo, I mailed you a check for $5,000 as in good faith that you would complete the job. I'm like, oh, okay. I checked my mailbox. Believe it or not, he overnighted me a check for $5,000. I didn't cash it because I didn't go do the job. So it was like, hey, here's $5,000, a third of the price of the job, and then do the job on Friday. I never did it. I never checked my mailbox. He never even told me. I was like, okay, so that's fine. We wait 2 weeks. I hold on to this check for 2 weeks. It was in my backpack for 2 weeks. $5,000 check from Miami, something. All right, here's where it gets really interesting. I don't cash the check. I keep the check. I keep it in my bag. And 2 weeks later, it's like almost a month. A month later, he reschedules the job for a Friday. I hire 6 companies, 6 of them. Okay, 6 companies at $400 a piece. That's $2,400, okay? So I was gonna pay everybody $400, and everybody had to take a trailer load. Some people had long trailers, some people had short trailers. But I knew overall that it was gonna finish the house no matter what it looked like. Bro, let me tell you what happened. When we show up to this house and we unload the whole house, right? It was full. The eviction showed up on a Thursday. I show up to the house. How you doing?
I did.
Sorry about that. When I showed up to the house, I do the eviction, and we go inside, and it is a full-blown house. I mean, every room in this house is full. Every room. And everything is nice. Everything's nice. And the guy, the owner, was this black guy, right? And he was cool. He was like, oh, really? I'm going to go get some U-Hauls, and I'm going to haul it off. We put everything in the front yard. We put everything of this guy's stuff on the front yard. You couldn't even see the grass. Every part of the grass was absolutely full. Yeah, every piece. Every thread of green grass was gone. We filled up the side of the house and the front of the house. Finally, we were done 8 hours later. It was that bad. I told everybody, guys, everybody come tomorrow. I'll pay everybody. Everybody's got to take their load now, right? So kind of the first day, they kind of just worked and helped out. Now the second day comes up. Now everybody's got to take their load, okay? So we show up the next day, everything is gone. Everything is gone. Everything. They left one trailer load. So I have 6 junk removal companies with loads, with truckloads. They showed up with empty trailers, and I told everybody, there's not enough trash for any of us. Seriously, this is what happens. So I tell everybody, okay, listen, that's not gonna change the price. Everybody's getting paid it's gonna get paid the $400. And everybody's like, yes. I'm like, let's just load Jamon's trailer. Jamon, you've been chosen to take everything. He's like, okay, cool. So we load Jamon's trailer. We pile it up with the trash. It's done. It's like 60% full, so Jamon got a deal too. Everybody got a deal. Then, here's what happened. In the video that I do and I send the guy, I sent him some mattresses that had bed bugs in them. And I told him, no, I made 17. No, I made 17. So I told the guy that there was bed bugs and there was one of the mattresses. You remember, because Brandon was there. Brandon's on the thing right now in the chat. Brandon was there. I made $12,000. That was the bid. They mailed me a $5,000 check already, okay? And I'm like going, okay. I told the guy, hey brother, this ain't gonna work out. It's a huge bed bug infection. And while we were working, he said, well, Ricardo, how much do you think it's gonna be? And I told him, just throw another $2,000 on there. So the whole job was $17,000. Now, this is the bad part about it. They did not mail me a check for like 45 days. Yeah, so I had paid Brandon, I paid Herrera, I paid Maddie, I paid Jamon $400. I was out $2,400. I was out $17,000. Here's the thing about it. They told me to cancel the first check. They said, hey, that first check, $5,000, don't worry about it. We're gonna mail you a $17,000 check. I said, okay. And I'm like, man, no problem. So I grabbed the check and just threw it in my bag. I didn't really think about it. And about 45 days later, a $17,000 check arrived. And that was the biggest hustle I have ever made. Dude, I easily, in that job, okay, I cleared close to $14,500. Easily, that's my profit. I never went to the landfill one time. We worked our asses off, and that Brandon remembers that. We worked our asses off. It was one room after another room. But I never, ever went to the landfill. And Brandon didn't go to the landfill. He just showed up the next day and he worked. And that's how it is working with my junk removal guys. Anytime there's a big hoarder house, anytime there's a big challenge, I can call on to somebody like Herrera. I can call on somebody like Brandon from Lionheart Junk Removal. He can come out and oh, wow. I sketched out for a second. So, anyway, guys, I wanted to tell you that story, how that eviction worked out for me. It was a huge eviction for me. I love that. And you know, that year, which was this year, it happened in March of this year. I think it was March that happened this year. That was about my 6th or 7th eviction for the year. It was crazy. I got so many hoarder houses and so many evictions leading up to March. It was crazy. I had never had that in 17 years that I've been in business. I had never had that many. Yeah, pretty crazy. And since then, I've only had like one. That sucks. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share that story with you. Tell you how we collaborated with other companies. And again, I'm doing it with Eric, a newcomer, just because Eric was chosen to show up and do the estimate is one of the reasons I'm sharing the job with him. Yeah, pretty cool. Whew, I'm getting tired. Man, did you see that girl pass me? She's like fucking on speed. She walks fast. Bro, I'm not even that fast, bro. She's like on crack or something. What the hell? All right, guys. So I'm gonna end this video. I'm gonna go to the gym really quick. I'm gonna do about a half-ass workout. Or I'm thinking when I get home tonight, maybe I'll just work out, you know what I mean? So I might want to do that too. Yeah, I might want to do that. I'm not sure. Maybe just get home pretty late and then go to the gym. I'll get a good night's sleep, I know that much. I will sleep like a baby, like a drunk baby. You walk too fast. Damn. Man, people walk fast. Anyway, guys, I appreciate people watching these videos. I've been getting a lot of good feedback on these videos, so I keep on showing up here too. I think a lot of people can relate to what I talk about in these videos, and they're very, I think they're very knowledgeable. I'm giving tips, I'm telling people how I work. So hopefully it translates to something that people can build on, you know what I mean? Grow and build on, something like that. All right, guys, don't forget, also, we've been chosen to do a pilot for a major TV network. And they're gonna start filming mid-August, late August of this year. And it's going to be about squatter houses, eviction houses they're originally squatters' houses that eventually are going through the eviction process, but it never gets that far. It never goes to the courts, and it never goes to hiring sheriffs or anything like that, and we'll intercept it before then. So if you have one, share it with me, and I'll get us all on TV. Why not, right? Something like that. I think it'll work out. It'll be perfect for all of us. Whew. God, it's hot. It's a little hot out here. All right, guys. I will talk to y'all later. Don't forget, have a great weekend. I have a very, very busy weekend. Dude, so I'm doing dance tomorrow. I have a dance class Saturday. I have a dance class Sunday. I have 3 jobs tomorrow, which will probably be the busiest week I do tomorrow. Yeah, pretty little nifty schedule for me. Hopefully I can make some money tomorrow. All right, guys, we'll talk later. Have a good night.